Hey world, Chris Saygo here with the True Podcast. On today's episode, we'll be discussing being a felon, felonious behavior, all kind of things. This will not be the only episode. I mean, we might run 20 episodes of this because it's a continuous conversation. That's something that we trying to elevate and bring to the light. Everyone, probably everyone, I know everyone that I know personally, got somebody in their family that was a felon. Is that by mistake? Is that by choice? No, I feel like it's systemic. Like it's set up for you not to win. I mean, people used to could walk around with guns until 1978 till the Black Panthers went to the state house and they saw Ronald Reagan and the CIA or whoever guarded him at the time. I think he was governor. They overreacted, and that's when they start implementing laws to prevent men from carrying guns openly. You could walk around with them on your shoulders, open carry. They was doing all that. So that's when they started coming up with laws to say, hey, we got to find a way to prevent these black men from carrying guns. So that's when they start saying you can conceal it. It went from there. So then all that didn't work. Okay, hey, if you're a felon, you can't have a firearm. So they start saying, hey, forget that constitutional stuff. The Second Amendment, we don't care nothing about whatever amendment that is. We don't care about that. We just gonna find a way to stop them. If you get caught with one and you a felon, they come down harder on you. So these are things that we'll be discussing long as we running these episodes of this. So I became a felon, man, in 1992, man. I did a lot of shit in my life, but I ain't do that bullshit. We get that out the way right now. So when I came home, I had a good PO, man, whatever you want to consider a PO, whatever that is, man. He was just a solid human being. You know what I'm saying? He was a good motherfucker. He was good at his job, but he didn't have no sweater on you. You know what I'm saying? He ain't wear no chokehold. He ain't follow you around. First time he came to my crib, he ain't even come in. He was like, man, you cool, man, blah, 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 man. I just seen your track record and all that. So me and him started going back to prisons. You know what I'm saying? Because I had told him something that was something I wanted to do. And I had discussed it with a lot of the homies. Like, man, when I get out, man, I'm going to come back. Not saying it based on I'm not coming back. I'm going to try to do everything I can to get back in here, man. Not just to show them, man, that I came back and to prove a point, but to show them, dog, that when we get out, man, we can still be great. You did? We can still do some stuff that's right, man. We can still make it happen, man. Because I don't feel like nothing you be doing when you in the streets, man, should carry over. If you did something when you was 20, man, I don't think you should be being held, that should be held against you at 40, 45. So this just one of the main topics that I feel like being a felon really is wrong at. Say like if they sentence you, you get 10 years. You go to jail, you do 5 years. You come home, you on parole for 5 years. You done. Why should that still be held over you when you fill out a job application, when you trying to go get HUD housing, you can't vote? One thing about that, man, no taxation without representation. So I'm big on that. Most people that's felons, man, we work and pay taxes. So by the time I get through talking today, man, I'm a issue a challenge, man. If you a felon, man, and you in earshot of this, man, and you see this video, man, you don't got to know my ass. I don't care if your ass GD, Vice Lord, Crip, Blood, whoever you is, man, Spanish Cobra, whatever, man. That's one banner we can all jump under, man. Just like they got the Democrats and the Republicans, man, we can jump under this banner as felons, man. We pay a lot to this damn country, man. We pay a lot working. We pay a lot doing taxes. We pay a lot, man, emotionally. We pay a lot physically. We buy homes. We buy cars. We give to the economy, man. We give back, man. We do everything, man, that they consider a regular citizen. The only time you can be treated like a slave, man, is when you a felon. Now you go imagine that. They saying slavery was abolished in 1865. They made up all these laws, but it's still only cool when you're a person that's been to prison. Why is that, you think? Do we ever ask ourselves, why is that? That's because then they can still get the same money off of you and they can still steal your rights, man. If you sentence the 10 years when the time is up and it's over, why are you still being treated like a felon? Why, when you come home, do you have to pay somebody to be on parole? Like, I don't want to be on parole. So since I don't want to be on parole, take me off that shit so I won't have to pay you. Why should I take from my family to give to somebody else to pay for paper and pencils? So these are some of this might sound like small stuff, but these are big stepping stones, man, for us. You know, we have to say that prison reform, we're going to cover that, just how we know that it's fake, man. You know, we know it's not real, man. So these are things we'll be discussing in this episode and future episodes. So y'all stay focused and stay tuned, man, and keep the right use of energy. We'll be right back.
Yeah, speak on the lame niggas. I went to war with ya. Used to be my guy. Selfish. I couldn't understand why. You ain't had much. You did what you could. To be honest, you ain't influenced nothing in my hood. Self-made. Boy, you got nerves. If you ain't heard, I pitched on them curves. A couple balls a day, I broke down and flipped them. See, after high school, it got different. See, that game we playing, it got real, nigga. You wouldn't understand, you left the city, nigga. A couple years passed, we spoke, I was glad. See, you had a nigga thinking you was getting to the bag. My day one, nigga. Yeah, that's true. But when I came down, I seen the real you. My day one nigga ain't the same. I expect him to change, but the nigga turned lame. Put him in the game, you got the plugs. Why the fuck you ain't showing the homies love? My day one nigga ain't the same. I expect him to change, but the nigga turned lame. Put him in the game, you got the plugs. Why the fuck you ain't showing the homies love?
Hey, Saygo, we back, man. We have to take a quick break with the T.r.u.e podcast, man. We discussing what it is to be a felon today. So just say that you got a family, or you got people that you take care of, and you get a job, or you trying to apply for a job. Like when you a felon, man, and you come home, man, they got all these things all these hoops and all these barriers you have to jump. I'm not saying, you should be jumping the barriers, and I'm saying if you shouldn't. Everybody handle that parole shit a little different. Everybody move a little different. That's why everybody ain't in there for the same crime. But I know, man, we all felons, man. That's all a F, man. That's a F, man, on all my homies that I know. Most of my homies I fool with and love, man. We got an F, man. Did we choose to go get an F? Hell no. We just trying to survive, man. We just trying to survive. I ain't condoning no crime, but I'm saying everything ain't a crime where we come from, man. Where I come from, man, we might call that hustling. The white folks might call it a crime, man. Them people that's senators and Republicans, Democrats, or whatever, they might call it a crime, man, but the shit ain't a crime when they do it. Because they got the main fool leading this country, man. He got 47 of them. So he one of us. But he the president, so that right there should let us know, man, that we can't be deterred, man. We can't be stopped, man. So once again, I'm issuing a challenge, man. If you in earshot of this, man, and you see this video, man, big dang 2Gs, man. Go subscribe, man. If you happen to see it, man, pop up, listen, man. Go subscribe, man. Put something in the comments, man. Because I know if you a felon, man, you got some shit you want to say too. You know what I'm saying? Don't you feel like you've been tried again once you come home, man? And you be like, okay, fool. Look how BG was talking the other day. I think he was on a cruise ship. BG from Juvenile and them group. He was saying that it felt so good to finally be off parole. Now, some of the people in the comments was like, why he talk like that? Why he talking so slow? Whatever. I don't give a fuck about none of that. What I'm saying, dog, is this cat is a cat that's already a made dude, having some change, man, more than most. And he was just happy to be off parole. He ain't say nothing about he was happy to be driving no roads. He wasn't happy about no motherfucking jewelry. He wasn't happy that he had 1 million followers. He wasn't happy that they gave him $1 million when he came home. He didn't talk about none of that, man. He was talking about how glad he was that journey was over. So I'm telling you, man, when you on that journey, man, and you able to complete that shit, that's a monkey off your back. That's a heavy ass weight. Now, why when you complete that shit, do you still got other shit holding you down? Why? These are questions, man. So this let us know that it's levels, man, to how they treat this. You know what I'm saying? Like people can go to jail, man, and people can get pardoned. They can let them out. Man, I don't know if money talks for them. I don't know what their situation be. But I'm saying it's more of us than it is of people, man, of other people. We the only ones, man, that don't have nothing established for ourselves. And it's plenty of us. You know what I'm saying? On the next episode, I'm gonna have the right number for y'all. How many people it is that did probation parole? You know, like some guys, man, when they come home, they don't be mentally prepared to handle it on the other side. So that's why when they in there, man, they so cool coming home, going back. Like the one thing I cherished, man, when I was on the other side, man, I always told myself, man, I appreciate my freedom. I ain't shit in here I like. The rules don't apply to me. You know, even when I was in there and missed a couple of summers, dude was be like, man, Saygo, how long you been in here, man? About 3 months? Hell no, man. I've been in here like 3 years. Dog, you don't move like it. How I supposed to move? See what I'm saying? I supposed to move like I appreciate being out there. I can't get nothing done in here. I ain't trying to work for no dollar. You know what I'm saying? Those slave wages. Even when I got a job making 750, fucking with them Verizon phones, Samsung phones. Man, the jail star said we had to pay them $400. So because we was getting that little money, now we got to pay to be in prison. But those same companies, when you come home, you can't get a job. Why is that on the job application? These are things, man, we have to ask ourselves because we the felons, we the ones that they using this shit against. So when you come home and they start saying, oh man, nah, we gonna run a background check. We just think that shit is happenstance. We just think this is occurring just because. I know I seen applications from my daddy and them in the 70s, man, and they wasn't talking about if you was a felon. They probably wasn't even running no background check. I'm gonna let y'all know the next time I talk about this. I'm gonna have them stats and them numbers and that information because I feel like, man, these same companies can't press. The people that run the companies be stealing. So once again, I'ma say, man, it's so many of us in our community, man. They got more people on parole, man, than they got damn near people hanging out at the liquor store. You dig? So this is a topic, man, that have to be urgent and it need because we got to provide information to the young cats, to our grandkids, our homies. We got to talk about this shit, man, because we lived through it, man. You know, some of this was damaging material to a lot of dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? So this Saygo with the True Podcast always had the right use of energy, man, and we'll be right back.
2G's Entertainment / Vision. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We call it Milwaukee. But we in Sherman Park right now.
Walking and talking and smoking.
And I'm finna give y'all some in-depth about the hood, you know what I'm saying? I grew up here. This is where I'm from. This is all I knew before I came down to Texas. But y'all gonna hear today some real life stories, some real stories of Sherman Park. Not none of that late 2000s and all that. This is the early part in the 80s, 90s. It's that Sherman Park right now.
Hey world, Chris Saygo with the True Podcast. We're back, man. We had to pay a few bills, man. So we was discussing just being a felon and behaviors that come with it and the things that we should look out for. So like I say, man, I want to discuss, man, like what it is when you was on the inside and how guys approach it, man. Like some cats feel like when I first got to the county jail, this is a quick story. It's a little funny and it's serious shit though. I was on the tier, so I was in the Milwaukee County Jail. So I'm trying to get out, man. You dig? Like shit, I got people out there love me. I got things I'm trying to do. So, you know, I'm using the phone. And so the one guy I'm on the phone talking on the phone. When I'm on the phone, he walked by and say, man, you can't be on that phone. That's folks' phone. So me not being aware of what the hell that was, I was like, man, tell the nigga folks to holler at me, nigga, when he done. I thought it was a dude last name. So it's funny because once I learned what it was, I'm like, I still didn't give a fuck. But what I'm saying is, man, listen, this ain't your phone, man. I'm trying to get the fuck out of jail. But it just goes to show y'all, man, that the shit that people be adapting to. Like when you don't have no control over certain shit, man, in your community, man, when you go to the confines of that shit, now you feel like you got to stand on the people, man, that's in there if they ain't associated with you. You know what I'm saying? Who came up with that rule, man? That's how you know, man, that shit is a mentality, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the same cats that said it, they said what they said, but I ain't getting no fuck. I'm gonna get on the phone. I'm gonna knock the Kool-Aid over. And I ain't saying I'm the toughest guy. It's they outnumber you. But I'm saying, why does that always have to be the case? Why does that mentality always have to travel soon as you hit the joint? You know what I'm saying? Like if you a hustler, man, and you out here hustling in the street, it don't mean you gotta be no nigga killing people. Man, you can get money without killing a motherfucker if they don't step into your circle. If they don't cross you, you don't gotta be like, oh man, I'm tough everywhere I go, man. I got a pistol, man. Listen, even a Chicken George ass nigga shoot your ass if he got a pistol, man. That's what they made for. He probably ain't gonna mean to shoot you, but he'll pull that motherfucker out and shoot you, man. So everybody don't have to be like that. But that was just a short story, man, of how I had to deal with that, man. And now it was funny then. It's still funny because I didn't have a fucking clue what the homie was talking about. He said Folks. I thought that was a nigga last name. My last name Saygo. I thought the nigga name was Folks, Johnson, Smith, all that. But once I understood, I said, oh, okay, they want to run the phone. They didn't get no money from the phone. They ain't getting shit from the phone for the phone being used. They don't get no money off that. The white folks get it. But he was the same nigga that needed a call 2 weeks later on the three-way because he ain't had nobody out there. See what I'm saying? He ain't had no motherfucker that he could pick up and call. So I just feel like those be some of the barriers, man, that prevent us, man, from elevating ourselves. Like just because you a part of that, man, or you a part of something, man, don't mean you gotta make it, man, where it's so fucked up. You dig what I'm saying? And that's what this is about. I ain't nobody, man. We just starting to jump this off. We don't got 100,000 followers. We ain't got 1 million people following, but we know it's plenty of people that's felons. So if you a felon and you see this, we got aldermen, senators, NBA players, NFL, Major League. You could, man, go on. Lawyers that's felons that went to the penitentiary, man. So this is just a platform that's small that's trying to get all us a voice, man. So if you a person that you a felon, man, don't be ashamed to be a felon, man. You fucked up, man. If you fucked up at 20 and you was a felon, and then you a felon at 25, you a felon at 30, you a felon at 35, you a felon at 40, you a felon at 45. I might be like, nigga, you just a felon. You dig? Like, we might not be able to help your ass. Your ass just too felonious. You ain't even thinking about nothing else. But what I'm saying, man, is you got people, man, on every level, man, that got an F behind them, man. So if we all gonna have that F behind us, man, from the higher ups or whatever the higher ups is to the cats lower down, you don't start trying to change your way of thinking, man, until you get a little older. That's what it is, man. You didn't sit by the feet of no griot or your grandparents when they was 25. They didn't have that much wisdom for you. But as you get older, man, you're supposed to be able to provide wisdom. You're supposed to be able to help a young cat. You know what I'm saying? Help him see some shit, man, in his error, his ways. You ain't trying to change his ways. You just trying to help him see, man, to be somebody, man, that got cognitive thinking. You know what I'm saying? Where he can apply some shit, man, when the situation get bad. You know what I'm saying? In my case, I had 2 witnesses that said I ain't do what I did, and the one dude said I did it. He lied. Both of the homies came to court. Tell me how them people found me guilty. Those are questions for other episodes. So I really got a beef, man, with us just not doing nothing as felons, with us just not using our platform or our numbers. Just like I told y'all the story about the phone. They had the numbers. So that's why they implemented that dumbass rule with the Kool-Aid. They got to eat first. Them dumbass numbers. Them don't lead up to nothing. That just make everybody feel like they tough. They didn't go to court together. If one of them got 60 years and one of them got 2 years, he ain't go tell the judge, no, I'll split that between us. You dig? No, I thought that was your guy now. If you going to help him defend this dumbass phone and this dumbass Kool-Aid, go help him split this time up. Go tell the judge, no, we all taking this together. But he didn't do that. So what I'm telling you, man, is when you're a part of something, be a part of something, man, and make that shit wholesome. That didn't start with no intention, man, to be on that kind of bullshit. To be talking about we down here running the Kool-Aid, we running the phones. Man, that shit is minimal, man. You ain't doing shit, man. For real. And I mean that, man. And don't get offended if you're a guy that's a part of that. If you're a guy that's a part of it and you standing on business, you an SOB for life, not a son of a bitch, but a guy that's standing on business for life, stand on the right principles, man. That's what they set up for, man. You dig what I'm saying? Don't be a guy that stand on some shit just because you and your partner made it up to make y'all seem like y'all the guys that's holding down a tier, holding down a deck, but y'all implementing shit that y'all know ain't right, man. And if somebody came around and questioned y'all on that was over y'all get the shit slapped out you or get your head knocked off because you around there implementing bullshit. Man, we gotta always be about the right use of energy, man. Even when you consider what white folks say is wrong, you gotta still, man, have some principles, man. Everybody followed somebody, man, that led them to do what they doing. You did what I'm saying? So if that led you to following this because you saw that they was on something that you thought was right and you wasn't forced in, then you have to be the person, man, and be like, hey, man, I'm going to hold this shit down by the principles. Me and my guys in my neighborhood, man, we're going to live by the principles of this code, whatever the code is that you follow, man. Always use the right use of energy, man. And we hope y'all enjoyed today's episode, man. And if you're a felon, man, go subscribe, man. Tell your friends, man. We trying to put something together, man. This ain't the end of this. This ain't the end of this talk. This ain't the end of this journey, man. We're going to establish ourselves around here, man. Not just when they put it on the application, but when we know that we see each other, we're going to recognize each other, man. And we're going to try to uplift ourselves past what an F is, man. We're going to make it mean fulfillment, not felons. We're going to fulfill our journey, man. Y'all be good, man. Till the next time, the right use of energy.